the UK, but also in Bangladesh that have been ongoing for weeks now. And the Bangladesh residents in the UAE are urged to follow the regulations of this country following the resignation of the Bangladeshi Prime Minister Hasina yesterday. The looting of her home and the continued protests in Bangladesh. The Consul General of Bangladesh in the UAE has urged restraint and advised peaceful coexistence to its citizens in the UAE.
The post shared by the consul read, "All expatriate Bangladeshis living in Dubai and the Northern Emirates are specially requested to show maximum restraint, coexist peacefully and harmoniously, and abide by the laws and regulations of the host country."
This follows protests in the UAE 2 weeks ago, which we saw life sentences handed out to 3 Bangladeshis and prison sentences to 54 Bangladeshi nationals for protests and riots across the country against the Bangladeshi government.
In the wake of the continued violence, Emirates has cancelled some flights to Dhaka, the capital city, for today. The airline said that they are monitoring the situation closely, and customers who have booked directly with Emirates may contact their local office for rebooking options.
So as the unrest continues, I guess Emirates are doing all they could do to make sure that people flying into the country are safe. So they've just put a temporary hold on some of the flights leaving today. And I think what the Consul General doesn't want to see is more senseless riots here in the UAE, because as we know, they won't achieve anything. And the UAE's line on this is so strict, as you mentioned yesterday. Even gatherings in this scenario are absolutely prohibited, protests and what led to riots last time, and they will take really harsh punishments on people having these conversations and meeting and gathering for this purpose.
I mean, I completely understand what's happening, but at the same time, it's absolutely not okay for it to be happening in the UAE. The UAE doesn't stand for having these kinds of activities. There's no tolerance for it whatsoever. So it's what's expected, I guess. This is what's going to happen.
So tricky. I just think in every sense, peaceful protesting might be more efficient. So we know that in Bangladesh, the cause and the purpose, right? It's for students, it's protesting a government quota which was giving jobs to less jobs available for students, and it was going more towards people whose parents had fought in a civil war. So there's a cause there. However, when it's resulting in death, you have to rethink the cause. And if a sit-in, of a million students would be more effective at this point, maybe. But it's just really, I guess, difficult to see the continued protests on the streets, continued deaths, and you just really feel for the people there, and you hope that they can come to a resolution sooner rather than later.
Exactly. I mean, you can understand and sympathize and all of that, but at the end of the day, where you live, you have to follow the rules of that country. And if this country has no tolerance for protests and things like that, you just have to be respectful of that. That's the moral of the story.
100%. Let's